being single can be really easy. We don't have to answer to anyone. We can do what we want to do when we want to do it. It's really easy to become very self-centered and sort of stuck in our ways and not have to worry about if someone is going to stop loving us or if someone's just going to annoy us. We don't have to worry about becoming a better communicator or working through problems or meeting someone's needs or having to talk about our own needs. But if we want to be in a really good, healthy relationship, we have to see the value in compromising. We have to see the value in giving up some of our preferences and, not always doing what we want to do and thinking less about me and more about us. We have to see the value in being challenged to grow into a more self-aware, conscious, and mature person. A relationship, if we want it to be a really powerful one, a really strong one, it demands so much of us. It's not the same thing like a healthy relationship, a relationship with the right person isn't going to challenge you the same way that you've been challenged by unhealthy relationships. So instead of like the sleepless nights, the like anxiety-ridden mornings, the like always questioning where you stand and if you're good enough for someone that defines an unhealthy relationship, a healthy relationship is going to challenge you to overcome your pride, to overcome some of your selfishness, to communicate, to have boundaries, to learn how to love, to learn how to live in a we instead of a me. It's going to challenge you to confront yourself because a relationship is really not a place where we go to avoid ourselves. It's a place that we go to look in the mirror and to grow in every way possible. The reason why so many relationships end is because we don't want to compromise. We think love should be easy. We think that we can love someone the way that we want to love them. And then we don't want to adapt. We don't want to change. And we get very focused on our needs and not wanting, we don't want to like have to change our lives or make room for anyone, really. And then you could say, well, it's worth it for the right person. And definitely that's part of it. But even with the right person, you are going to sometimes not feel like showing up. You are going to sometimes want to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. And then you're going to be confronted with, but is that actually good for the relationship? Am I just being selfish? Like the best relationships are people who are really putting each other first. Like they're so emotionally generous. They're just givers. They're doing that for each other. And so you have to just decide, like, if that is like I said, even with the right person, like you're sometimes going to not want to compromise. And so you're ready for a relationship when you are ready to put your ego and your set in your ways aside for something larger than yourself, which is the bond that you create with this other human being. We are ready for a relationship when you are ready to put your relationship with someone you love, who loves you back, as your biggest priority. And I think that most people, this was definitely me at some point, expects or wants this like amazing relationship without understanding what it actually takes psychologically and emotionally to make it great. And like I said, if you're someone who has gotten really comfortable with being single, or you're just like, oh, it's not worth it. Yeah, maybe it's not worth it to you. But if overcoming the hyper independence or overcoming just like me, myself, and I is something that is important to you, then a relationship is right for you. But if you don't see the value in that, then you're going to get into relationships and then always feel frustrated and never wanting to sort of give in for the sake of the relationship. And so when I get asked what is like the single thing that like breaks up relationships, it really is selfishness. And you can be like an incredible giver, but not wanting to compromise. To be really clear, compromise is not the same as sacrifice. I was speaking to someone recently and she said, and she's at an age, she doesn't want children, but she likes to date younger men who are usually at a stage of life where they want children. It's very possible that they have children already, but some of them will want children. And she said, well, I mean, maybe if the love and the connection is strong, they'd be willing to compromise. And I said, no. When it comes to like having children or not having children, that's not compromise, that's sacrifice. Compromise is, I love you so much. What we have is so important to me that like, I'm okay living, by the sea versus like in the city, or I'm okay with us doing dinner at a certain time when for years I'm used to having dinner at a particular time that really works for me, because it's about flexibility. It's about getting out of our routines and allowing ourselves to be flexible so that we could build something big with someone else. That's not the same thing as sacrificing a deep, deep need and desire and life and part of your life purpose for someone. You're ready for a relationship when you're ready to let go of all the comfort and the ease of being single for something greater than yourself.